Hi, I thought I should introduce you to the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. It was briefly mentioned in a previous video. It is a statute that has allowed the government to secretly spy on U.S. citizens and non-citizens. The act created a secret court called the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court to issue secret surveillance warrants at the government's request. The act was made law in 1978, and its use has expanded exponentially after September 11, 2001. Proceedings before the FISC court are ex parte. That means that the court is presented only the information that the government wants it to hear in order to obtain a warrant. The subject or subjects of the warrant requests have no opportunity to defend themselves before the court. The record of the court hearings are not made public. Everything is kept secret. So if you were the subject of the warrant request, you would never know it. So to remind you of the national security letter we discussed in a previous video. A link to a video on the national security letter will appear at the top of the screen. If you haven't looked at it yet, take a look now. You will be troubled by what a national security letter is and how it has been abused. The FISA court has approved 99% plus of all FISA warrant requests. It simply rubber stamps the government's requests. With this much power and secrecy to issue warrants to spy on individuals, there has to be opportunities for abuse. The government can seek a FISA warrant against a U.S. citizen or a foreign national in the U.S. and use the warrant to incidentally spy on other U.S. citizens not named in the warrant request. These U.S. citizens could actually have been the real subject of the government's surveillance, but there was no probable cause to seek a warrant against these U.S. citizens under other statutes. An example of this can be seen in the government's use of the FISA court warrants that the Trump administration says were used to allow the government to spy on the Trump campaign staff during the 2016 election. The government sought a FISA warrant to spy on an individual, Carter Page, as a way to incidentally spy on the Trump campaign staff. It appears that there was little or no justification to seek a FISA warrant on Mr. Page. He was simply a vehicle for the government to spy on the Trump campaign staff. So the FISA court, or the FISA statute, can be used unscrupulously by the government. The statute must be changed. The court and the judges created by the act must also be more vigilant in their review of the government's FISA warrant requests. They should realize that the FBI, Department of Justice, and other agencies have individuals in them that want to use the statute for illegal purposes. Individuals who have abused the use of the FISA statute to seek warrants against U.S. citizens should be held accountable for this abuse. The statute allows criminal sanctions for violations, a fine of up to $10,000 and/or up to 5 years in jail. The statute also allows individuals who are victims of these abuses to seek damages against the violators. It allows them to seek damages of not less than $1,000 or $100 a day, punitive damages, and attorney's fees. The problem with seeking damages or criminal charges is that the government will always cry national intelligence interests and make it impossible to seek damages or criminal penalties against the abuses. A catch-22 scenario that tramples your Fourth Amendment rights. Well, I hope this helps. Have a good day.